A twosome with a looky loo. Because I was about to say, I have not had a threesome, but I have had a twosome with a looky loo. Just so we're on the same page.
Girl looky loo?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
So it was almost a devil's.
Yes.
Trivia name.
Is it weirder that the man watching wasn't straight? Either. That's the odd part. It gets odder than that because there's that.
Well, no, because then he was there for to enjoy you.
Were you turned to where your heads were towards him and not your ass towards him?
Depends.
What does it depend on?
I wasn't moving.
He circled.
He circled.
Circling like a
He
shark
was
in
getting
water?
angles.
He was narrating the entire time as he was circling the room.
What?
Now, I have never had a hype man in my life. However, this is the closest that I've got, and I gotta say, not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
You're like, I get why they kept playing the flame around.
Is if he was like, he was doing that and he's watching, he's like, bro, you gotta watch your pull out. And you'd be like, God damn you, man.
I have honestly never, felt great about my own penis. But yet, when I've pulled down my pants and a very gay gentleman just goes, "There's the dick," I'm just like, "It's right here, sure is." Like,
I couldn't even.
Was this
perform.
with your ex that's now a dude?
Yep, that's how it gets weirder. But it still also gets weirder.
So you almost had a gay threesome.
Yeah, he showered with us. Because we started in the shower. He couldn't see from outside the shower, so he hopped in the shower. He was still clothed, in case you were wondering. Tequila was involved.
No, I was just wondering how
How
big.
we just
I
not
was just
hearing
wondering
this
how
story?
big the shower was.
Regular size shower with a tub.
Was it this shower?
No.
No. I was
But for reference, it'd be like
But
that.
for reference, it's pretty much that standard shower of that's put in every single bathroom.
Wait, okay, so was it you, her, him?
Had to have been.
Or was
There's
it
no
him,
way
you,
you were
her?
in the middle.
Were you in the middle?
So I was unexpectedly in the middle.
How is you unexpectedly in the middle?
I was in the back of the shower. She was in the shower because she was getting water and washing off in
And
the
then
shower.
he moved his way in, and you
and
just
then-
all shuffled forward.
And he just keeps pulling the curtain back to see what's going on in the shower till eventually he just said, "Fuck it," and pulled the entire curtain back and then just jumped in. And he was jumping in my direction, so I just moved out of the way naturally to avoid just going shoulder to shoulder, because it's not my finest hour. And it's not exactly the time you just want to go shoulder check with somebody flying at you.
Is it one of those where did you pull the, why are your clothes still on? I'm glad they are. But why? Why am I asking
My
this?
ability to ask questions was kind of
Well,
turned
to be
down
fair,
at the
he's
moment.
probably not catching that much water if you're in the dead back.
No, I'm not catching that much water.
I was talking about the
but-
dude.
He's about him.
It's not
I
about the dude
pushed, my
with the
way, I pushed my way into water. He was also slightly wet, if I had to guess.
I bet he was.
Not really.
He was when you gotta look at the old.
Wasn't really paying attention to him.
I hope not.
I knew where he was at all times, but I wasn't paying attention to him.
I knew my
It
surroundings.
was like a shark in water for sure. He was just.
You're like one of those military guys that gets on an airplane. You're like, I know where all the exits
Yeah.
are. I know how many steps and how many
Oh, he
seconds
knew where all
it
the
takes to
exits
get
were
there.
either.
Oh no, there's only one exit I was worried about. There's only one of those.
That's the only one he
I
was
feel
worried
like
about,
you
too.
would have been like, why are you taking your pants off?
Yeah,
Better it's like wrong
No,
hole, honey.
no,
I don't
it-
like fingers there. That's
it
not
got-
my finger.
it got weirder.
I don't know how it gets
You're
weird.
really stretching it.
So after
There's a fourth person that gets added.
you're not wrong, but you're not. I don't think you're right in the way that you think you're right. You're not wrong, but you're not right in the way you think you're right.
Is there at least another chick?
Hang in there. So we go now into her room, to where I know where he is because he's announcing where he is and announcing everything that's happening.
Well, that's at least nice.
Yeah, that's
Because you know if he's loud, he's further away. But if he was like, hey, this is what you need, you're going to be like, whoa.
you're doing great at that. They're like, oh shit. So I know where he is. So I go to perform oral sex on my at the time girlfriend, which is a nice
Key term, girl.
which is a nice thing to do.
Sharing's caring.
Sure. It's one of the only times I've ever done it with my eyes open because I had to know where everybody in the room was.
You don't take a peek up?
Yeah, it's
Not usually, no.
rude.
Don't want to see how you're doing?
I don't know.
I'm aware of how I'm doing.
Well, I mean, if they're like dead eyeballing you,
You're doing something wrong.
you're doing something wrong. If they're not looking at you, then you're probably right.
This circumstance.
I'm
requires me
not
to
saying have a staring
But in this
contest, but
situation-
I'm just saying maybe take a quick look up and then go back.
In this situation, he had to keep his eyes open.
In this situation, I'm seeing both the grass on the field that we're playing ball and where the players are.
And where the commentator is.
Yeah,
And he wasn't in the booth.
yeah.
Head was on a swivel.
So he's going corner of the room to corner of the room, narrating how everything's going. And then as I saw him go, I saw him go to this one, and then he went to that one, and then I was like, okay. I was like, I can be a little bit comfortable because he's got another corner that he has to go to before he comes back behind me, and I have to worry and clench. But
And then there's a knock on the door.
yeah, so no, so he's.
No, this person just busts in.
So I hear him in what I think he is transitioning to the other corner because I have now relaxed, so my eyes are now closed, and I'm trying to
enjoy the experience.
and I'm trying to pay
relax.
and I'm
Happy
trying,
place.
and I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, but I don't hear him going across the room. I hear him getting closer. So
And then the fears kick in.
when the next time I opened my eyes, his head was right here. Right next to my head.
So where was his body?
On the side.
Pretty and adjacent. Like he's laying down flat?
No, like he's bent over,
Oh, okay.
like right next to me, looking at it. And he's
Like you're both trying to fix the sink, and he's trying to
Yeah.
get in there to see what the problem
yeah,
is.
he's trying to do like, take the drain off. Yeah, that one. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, right there. So, and I immediately just like kind of stopped, just kind of, what are you doing? Can you not?
You know, well, I got you here in my personal space.
Yeah. Well, I got you here in mine and more her personal space. You're in my personal space. You're in her personal space.
He's gay. It's fine.
He's never been down there before.
Sure. Yeah. This is what a vagina.
This is
looks
more
like.
research for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. This is what a vagina looks like. But you know,
I want to get to this fourth person.
He's narrating right there. So I keep doing what I'm doing after being shocked that he was that close. He decides to lay his head on my shoulder.
Oh,
To which I thought was just like you're not getting involved in this. I don't care what you say. But instead it was a him just passing out kind of thing. Like a lot of tequila was involved. So at this point in time, he was done.
okay.
So when I felt his head, I immediately just stopped and go, get him off me. Get him off me. To which she got up and she just kicked him and then goes, go lay on the couch. So he goes, okay. And goes and lays on the couch. The fourth person that was involved.
Finally.
This started out as just 4 people drinking in a circle. 4 friends drinking in a circle. It was her best friend and then her girl's friend also, who was the gay man that was in this.
Okay. Getting better now.
As soon as we started, she dipped. She left. We thought she went home. We thought she left. Whatever.
Turns out in the garage the whole time.
Turns out downstairs in the living room, playing DJ to the noises and everything that was being done upstairs.
Ah.
So when he went to sleep, we went at it, and then she finished down on the recliner in the middle of the living room while all that was going on. And we told her several times, we're like, hey, if you wanted to get involved, we could have done that.
A bit better than the other guy commentating.
Yeah. He could have commentated on a threesome. I was like, that's a
Then
threesome.
he wouldn't have give a shit.
Yeah, that's a threesome with a looky loo. At this point, I don't care if it's a finger at this point. I got a threesome going on here. It's
End
not
of
gay, it's
story.
about loving yourself.
Cut. And scene.
Insane.
Yeah, that's definitely up there.
I don't know how we haven't heard this story before.
We normally just make fun of him for his girlfriend turning into a dude. And then
That's true.
Yeah, fast forward to today. She is now a man. Doing well.
She too probably eats vagina with her eyes closed.